And welcome back. Alright, so we completed that caravan here, and now we have a bunch of level ups to distribute. This one is easy because we don't need to give Landina here a perk. Let's go HP. And also the Crusader has gained a level and a perk. And I think I'm actually going to go survivability here. So there's a couple of options for that. First up, we could take back to basics. This is quite good for melee characters. There's also rotation, which can be used both offensively and defensively. There is all the shield stuff as well, but I won't be using a shield as the Crusader. But I think I'll just get Battle Forged. Now we already do have Nimble, yes. But what about if we have both? So this gets better the better armor we have, and as we find more and more famed equipment, that will boost Battleforged's effectiveness even when we're not actually going for heavy armor per se. Let's go ahead and take that. And we are getting an 83% Battleforged value out of this, while still keeping the 40% nimble value. So yeah, if we get heavier armor, this will further increase the effectiveness or the survivability of the Crusader. Now for Nicholas, last time I was debating do I actually turn him from a damage dealer into a tank, because he'd make an excellent tank for the Black Monolith. Better than our new tank recruit. But I still haven't decided actually, so we'll hold off on this perk. I don't know, we'll see. Elsa has reached level 11. Plus 2 melee defense there. And let's go hit points. Now the standard pick here is probably muscularity for damage. I could just go like immovable object. I think I will go immovable object. Could also take rotation, for example. Let's just take immovable object. And do we have a frontline weapon for you? Currently there aren't that many options. We could give you this 200 scythe. But since we just reached Al Rahem with a caravan, I think... No, there's actually no weaponsmith here. No, oh well. Let's give you this pole mace for now. So, not really a frontline yet, but still. Okay, Valor levels. And we could take Rune Sigil's shields, but we are going to be crafting all the other runes for a long, long time. We might never get to enchanting shields at all. So we could take Resilient, for example. Boost her survivability. Could be good in the Black Monolith fight, because if the Necrosavants get to target her, that would help with the bleeds. I could take the Warden, but I think since I haven't yet, it's going to be so underwhelming at this point. I don't think it's worth it. Could take Pathfinder. Let's just get Resilient. I don't know. Next up is Sophie. What do we want to give you? So, Sophie is actually Battleforged, but doesn't have Brawny. Has a ton of fatigue. Hasn't needed it. Having some coffee while I think about this. Could even consider adrenaline. In some situations that would help, so we could do adrenaline and get to do maybe rally the troops, maybe a bandage, maybe an inspire, I don't know. It's kind of a marginal use case, I think. I could go light to go with Battleforge, but I just don't want to go through the inventory management here. Especially not while I'm recording. Could consider perfect focus. I don't need to calculate, can we actually use that? So she does have some like decent options, but nothing like sticks out as something that's really very, very good. Get plus 5% resolve out of this perk. Don't really need it. Recuperation doesn't do that much. Could maybe do something with quick hands, like throw nets at or something. I don't know. Could just take Brawny, but like I said, we haven't been needing the fatigue. So ideally I'd want something that helps her survive or others survive. Prayer of Faith does exist, but she already has a bunch of active abilities to use. Last Stand boosts survivability a little bit, but it's really not going to do that much. Never used this field triage. Just seems like it won't be able to save anyone really. Maybe if you had like the Berserker start who gets double nimble and a ton of hit points, then something like this, yeah, sure. I'll hold off on that. Okay, but Magnachar reaches level 15. However, I think we're going to let him go because our cook has reached level 9 and can now take Paymaster. So Magnachar has been relatively useful with us for 116 days, took part in 73 battles and has 48 kills, so not the best killer. But he has been providing us with Paymaster, bartering plus 2%, skillful stacking, and rotation. So yeah, he's okay. Definitely okay, but he's just not an efficient killer. And we will want an efficient killer for the Black Monolith. So I think instead of giving you a level up here, Magnachar, we are going to let you go. Let's make sure we have the room. We do, because when we fire him, we are going to lose 20 inventory space. Provides 8 by himself and 12 from skillful stacking. We will pay you to bugger off. I mean, thank you for your loyal service. Goodbye. There we go. Doesn't matter what I pick here. Ermenegildis will never join a fight unless we are super desperate. And now let's give you skillful stacking. Get some room in our inventory. Borrel, our newest recruit, has leveled. And like I was saying, I might even ignore this +3 melee skill rolls because we are trying to build a super tank. And as he is nimble, he does want all the HP he can get. Really a shame to roll these +2s though. So we'll take a +2 there for melee skill, I guess. Okay. So, let's pick Shield Expert. Let's pick... Doesn't get Underdog, that's right. Born with a board. And... Nimble. Well, we could pick Lithe first, I guess. We are going both Light and Nimble with him. Let's go Light first. Still need to do some inventory management here. His armor is currently too heavy. Oh yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, doesn't get Steel Brow either, so... Okay, Nicholas doesn't get Steel Brow either, but at least he gets Underdog. We'll see if we want 1 or 2 super tanks for a legendary difficulty Black Monolith or not. Right. See, we are still not lithe because this armor is too heavy. $23. Okay, now we have reached the lithe value. Right. Could use a tabard. And we will have to do this again once we pick Nimble to get some value out of both. So we'll go for a combined armor weight of -25 fatigue to go on the lower end of this lithe value and to get as much out of Nimble as we can. Right, does anyone need this? Probably does. Torolf, you may have it. Alright, let's level Janold. Also level 11. Okay. So here I could get muscularity for damage. Could choose a weapon mastery maybe. Could actually wait... Well, actually no, because we didn't spawn any famed weapons, because we don't have a weaponsmith available, like I said. So we don't want to wait, probably, to pick like a weapon mastery here. So for the Black Monolith, pretty much all of the two-handed weapons are pretty good, except for spears. I mean, if you make a super tanky spear waller, you could maybe do something with that and hold off a position even in the Black Monolith. But this guy is not going to be doing that because he doesn't even get spears, and why would I get spears when I have 98 melee skill? Okay, let's quickly check if I'm missing something obvious, but we could always take rotation. That is always a good perk. Pretty much always, if you have the fatigue to use it. So rebound for fatigue, we already have battle flow. Might not need it. Won't be taking Indomitable, though I could take Indomitable and make it maybe like recover. I just prefer Janold here to be doing damage instead. So I think we'll go Muscularity because he has almost 130 hit points. Boosts his damage quite a bit. And we'll decide on these perks later. Let's check if we got something here. Might be that we didn't. There's Mirage Sightings and Terrified Villagers. Let's check the armor. Okay, a couple of helmets. This is pretty good for Lithe, I think, but it might be a bit too heavy for Nimble. It's also okay for some Battleforged builds. This is a Battleforged helmet. So I might buy this Tree Frog. So generally I think, though you can like decide on yourself, on your own, of course. Actually this might be okay for the Crusader because we are now Battleforged as well. So it's just a bit too heavy, maybe, for Nimble builds. But that's debatable, that's definitely debatable. Let's go ahead and buy it, we have the money. Let's leave this one though. Okay, and let's see what happens to our armor values if we equip this on the Crusader. So it's not going to be that much durability though. We won't be using it on the Crusader, but let's check what happens here. So Nimble goes to 42 and Battleforged goes to 81. Okay. This could be used on, let's see, we can just sell it back as well if we really want to. So it's vision -2. The more I think about it, this isn't that great. So for light builds, yeah, sure. So we could maybe use it on Borrel. I don't know, let's just sell it back. It needs to be slightly, weigh slightly less. Let's also sell these quivers. Okay. And instead of dealing with these problems here, I think we'd like to have another caravan. There isn't another caravan here though. What we do have is a roster spot. There is a Crusader here. There is also a Pilgrim here. Pilgrim is not that great, though with the right perk combination could maybe make a decent archer. Doesn't get bow mastery. We wouldn't be taking him even if he did. Guess we check out this Crusader since we have the roster spot now. Okay, 3-star melee defense, 1-star melee skill. And yeah, they come with more than one trait. Impatient, probably not that useful for us because it lowers melee defense and we already have a person with Impatient. Also lucky, that's very nice if you get 3 stars in melee defense. Loyal is like fine. Undead Killer is good. So gets mind over body. don't remember if they always get it. These non-avatar Crusaders. Gets Mind Over Body, Indomitable, and Rebound, so we could potentially make a super tank out of Adelinde here. We'll probably take her. Even though we kinda maybe do want to keep a roster spot open in case we get one of those Legends added recruits who want to join you during the crises. There's the Ranger, there's the Noble. Also, there is a Crusader who joins you, but I'm not sure if... Well, probably does join you even if you start out as the Crusader. Let's see, so gets Underdog, gets shields. Yeah, we can make a super tank, sure. That also frees up our decision here with Nicholas. Though we did pick up Indomitable Rebound already, so that kind of speaks for tankiness. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if we want 3 super tanks or not. I think like 2 is probably the probably a good number for the Black Monolith. Because you really want to tank the northern flank. And I think on legendary difficulty 1 might not be enough. 3 might be too many though. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, Adelinde here gets pretty much all the right perks for tankiness. Starts with 71 melee skill. We could also make her kind of a damage dealer. Doesn't get Killing Frenzy or Berserk. We might even consider letting Boral go and use Adelinde and Nicholas as tanks and recruiting someone who's really good at doing damage instead, but I don't know. I don't know about that. So Adelinde definitely will make the best tank out of Boral and Nicholas and herself. So out of those 3. So starts with 90 melee defense with 3 stars at level 1 and gets lucky. So we'll reach like 60 plus melee defense with lucky, plus the shield. So yeah. Okay. So when are we ready for the Black Monolith? I think once we've gotten... Pretty much everyone has completed the training course, and Adelinde here is level 11 plus with training course completed. I think at that point we are pretty much set. So will be a while yet. Okay, what do we want to give you here? It's fine. Sorry about all this inventory management. Probably not the most interesting thing in the world to be watching. If indeed anyone is watching this. Okay. Let's get these. Fatigue pool is a bit low. That won't matter because we'll get Mind Over Body and Rebound eventually. Also, yeah, we crafted this safety rune. We'll be putting that on someone soon. Let's give you a reach weapon for now and... Oh yeah, we don't have the roster spots. I think eventually we might let Raymonda go as well. No, actually, Oswulf. Oswulf is still with us. Let's do something like this. Something like this. And for the Black Monolith fight, Raymonda might not be joining us for that, but we'll see. There's also the possibility we just die before we even get to the Black Monolith, though we've been doing well. So that would require some bad luck and some bad play, I think. Bad decision making. Engaging with the wrong group of enemies. Right, so inventory is a bit of a problem. So a lot of things here we need to do. Or that we can do to make room though. So yeah, the layered armor system in Legends, it's like a double-edged sword, so it's pretty interesting and you can make some pretty nice builds, especially since Lithe now exists with the layered armor system, and also you can vary what your guys actually look like, so you can make some fashion statements if you like that sort of thing, but it also increases the amount of time spent in these inventory screens so much. So I can definitely see why some people would dislike this. And I actually did play the game or the Legends mod for a long time without the layered armor, but they disabled that. So now I think it's completely disabled, the unlayered system, which is understandable, yeah. But yeah, you do need to do a lot of things here to play optimally. Thankfully they have increased the usability of the system, so now you can like shift right click here and it removes everything, so you don't need to actually equip stuff on people. Okay, let's give Borrel... No, let's give Adelinde here this Leatherneck card. Didn't we have two of those though? Yes, we do. Let's give Borrel one as well. Okay. But yeah, inventory space. There are some easy ways to increase inventory space, usually. So, for example, I don't know why, but brawlers come with plus 21 inventory space. Of course, as the Crusader, you cannot recruit brawlers, because I think they're like outlaw backgrounds or whatever. But if you just recruit a couple of those, and even if you don't bring them to the fights, they're going to increase your carry capacity dramatically. So that's an easy way to do it. And there's also donkeys you can recruit. I usually don't bother with that, even though you can kind of make a combat capable donkey as well, I think. Also, yeah, we have this safety rune. So plus 5% hit points, minus 4% damage received. We already gave the Crusader this minus 6% fatigue cost rune. Let's change that up. We want the Crusader to survive. Okay. And we have this endurance rune now. So who needs more fatigue? Let's give Raymonda here a bit of a better rune. Okay. And let's give Torolf. No, you already have this minus 1 fatigue one in this weapon, so might not need this. Let's give it to... I don't know. I really don't know. Let's give it to Janold. But let's see if it does anything. So 15 goes to 15. Doesn't do basically anything there. I don't know. This might be... I mean, it's best for someone who uses like perfect focus, but... don't think we have any frontliners who use perfect focus, because we just haven't found those. Crusader does have it technically available, but doesn't get mind over body, so it's kind of difficult to make use out of. Though with the right equipment we could do that. Does that rotation cost go down if we do this? It does. Okay, let's give it to Eilikat then. Alright, so we have these. Let's add them there. Lots of things to be done in the inventory. Alright, so we have a full roster once again. I think the most efficient way, once again, to level up Adelinde and Borrel here is those caravan quests. So let's try to find more of them. So let's sail to, I think, Kampwader and see if we can get... Also, let's see about the tools. What kind of prices? Well, it's a tolerable price. So let's buy tools before we go. And now let's sell to... Actually, it should be sell stuff as well. So our inventory is basically full. Almost full. Yeah, all these crafting components as well. So I think... I think with all of these crafting components and layered armor and stuff, we should get like a tiny bit larger inventory. So that obviously does make the game easier. So I don't know how to balance it. I would just make the game more difficult in general, I think, because at a certain point you start to... Well, you basically... you're just too powerful at some point for like 90% plus of the fights. So they're cakewalks with no risk. So, I don't know. We could sell to Blankenstad and go sell at Königsheim once again. I suppose we will. Okay. Quickly check what these are. So yeah, let's give Adelinde here a rigorous schooling. I keep checking this hiring screen because I'm always looking for the next best thing, the next best person. Don't need more nets at the moment. Sell these though. At this point we are powerful enough, we in most fights won't be needing those nets, though that can still happen. Especially since we increased the scaling of the game. And once again we see brigands over here. I think we'll leave these guys be. These guys, we can fight these groups at the same time. Let's try to do that. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, they're running in different directions. That would have been an interesting fight. Not meant to be, sadly. Yeah. Okay, let's fight this group on the plains. Get some more stuff to sell. So, pretty easy fight once again. And with that in mind, let's actually increase the combat speed. And we fired Magnachar, so they're even more unlikely to rush us because they will have ranged superiority. Okay. So we can be pretty aggressive here, I think. Apart from with Adelinde, who's level 1. Let's try to lure them into actually attacking us. Apparently unsuccessful. Oh, well, they are kind of making headway. Right. Let's just go. And rotate Torolf so he can take a swing at this raider here. Right, Porol can maybe do something. Only level 7 though. But should be actually okay. Right. Have to kill some dogs once again. Let's use perfect focus next round. Leif the Dog Killer. Would have been a decent round swing spot there. Can maybe get here next round and do a round swing. Should have inspired her if I'm planning to do that. It's fine though. Completely fine. It's just too funny not to do. Let's see. Okay. Get wrecked. Alright. Could go for this witch hunter, but let's go for this miner instead. And from this point onwards, I think for these easy fights, we'll try to keep we'll keep the combat speed high, because there's really not much risk here, if at all. And if we get an actual challenge, and I think we will get a challenge still, because we increase the scaling and those difficult camps exist at the fringes of civilization, so for those fights we will lower the combat speed. Just want to be able to do these easy fights as fast as possible. We could even increase the combat speed further, but I think that's a bit too much already at that point. If only I could increase my brain capacity or brain power as well, so I could make these decisions faster. That would further increase the combat speed quite a bit. Okay, move there. Right. But yeah, I think we'll be skipping the arena, because while we are doing grinding in fights like this, I think the arena is just a bit too grindy, and I don't think we need it to beat the black monolith at all. I mean, it would definitely be nice to get those resolve bonuses on people who use mind over body. But we can do without them. Right. This fight is almost over at this point. Even the Vala gets a kill. Doing a move like that on purpose can sometimes be actually good because it activates Vengeance. So if you're next to someone with someone who has the Vengeance perk and you try to move, if you manage to move, great. If you don't, great, because you get Vengeance activation. Okay. Probably letting these guys go. Unless I can... well, I can kill here. Probably. Well, I guess we are not letting them go because they are fleeing now. Which means they won't be able to use footwork to escape from us. Okay, we can just end round. They'll probably die as they try to flee. Oh, you're not fleeing just yet. Okay. Okay. And inventory is almost full. Borrow levels. Okay, he's a bit disappointing with his hit point rolls. So yeah, he does make a good tank, but he's not quite a god. Do we pick Nimble already? Sure. So currently it does not much, but let's lower this armor value here. Would help if you had Steel Brow, but you don't. Let's give you this Rusted Metal Helm, which is a quite nice nimble helm. That's -6, so this should be -19. Which it is now. So that's -25. 8 per 1, 8.3 per 1. -10, -6. Can we actually get something that's -21? We need something that's -4 for this chainmail layer. Do we have something like that? Okay, do we have those Saturn's nimble armors? I don't think we do. Oh, this is one. So this is -3, so we need... let's see, -7? Yeah, -7 for chainmail layer. This is -10. Let's actually see what the values are here. So Lithe is perfect, but Nimble is 63. So something that's -7 or -8 for the chainmail layer. This is -11. Okay, too much. -11. -12. 15. How fucking heavy are you? So yeah, let's repair these that we just looted. Okay, that's -8. Light mail. Okay, nimble values 59, light values 70. That's good enough for now. Would be better with famed equipment, but we don't have that famed equipment. We'll see if we grind the game long enough to get famed equipment for guys like Borrel here. If Borrel dies during the Black Monolith fight, I'm fine with that, as long as he actually lives for a sufficiently long enough time to save others. So as long as we win, it's a success. You don't need to let... not everyone needs to survive. As long as we win. Okay, I'll leave these guys be. Repair some of this stuff. Get more value out of selling them. Put that there. Put that there. That can go there, I guess. Alright, let's move on. Okay. So a 3 skull return item. I think we'll do that. 2 skull I might skip. 3 skull is pretty good. Let's wait for dawn though. Repair some stuff. And assign Adelinde here to the training camp. And we have a couple of people who've completed the training course that I don't think we took out. So Janold. Is there anyone else who's completed, who's still training? We have 6 people in the training. Sophie still hasn't completed it. I think this is fine. Yeah, okay. Seems to be fine. Let's quickly check. 9 hours. Let's make that a bit faster. That's 7 hours to repair stuff. And let's actually double check if we're repairing everything we want to repair. Something like... no, we could repair these as well. I don't know, it's fine. With the ludicrous prices we get from selling equipment. Okay, we find another thief. I think we had this event earlier. Let's give that poor soul some food and water. You lose some fresh dates. Not everyone will be this lenient. And yeah, we don't have the room in our roster, so I don't think we can even get that event where that thief wants to join us. And that is completely fine, because we have such good people that it's so unlikely that the guy would be any good. Okay, but let's sell stuff. We no longer have ludicrous selling prices, we have just pretty good selling prices. Guess I'll keep this Master Archer's War Song, even though it's kinda unlikely we'll ever use it. Don't really want an archer in the Black Monolith anyway. And I'm not gonna wait for the repairs to finish on every single thing. Could wait it here. We have so many of these helmets and armors as well. don't need so many barboot helmets. They're good nimble helmets, yeah, but we already have them. Quickly check here. We could just sell this weapon rune. Unbreaking. Okay, selling armors. Do want to leave some of them. Don't really need these, like, kinda okay battle-forged armors anymore. We have so many top tier ones that aren't famed. We'll get more famed ones. Not to mention the mediocre ones. Keep this because it's quite good for nimble builds. Don't need that. Alright, is that all? I don't think we'll be using this whip. Let's just sell it. Keep one wooden stick. Okay, is that everything? I think that's everything. Okay, we are at 62,000 now. Let's get even more money. Audacious thievery. Right, southeast. And we have no tracks. We are going southeast. Why is there no tracks? Did I miss them? They're over there, okay. Oh right, Hedge Knight Champion. The Cold. Never seen that name. Okay, even with that, this is quite easy. Unless there's a Necromancer, which there might be. And they think so as well, because they're running from us. We also see another brigand group. We'll just leave them be. We could fight this at the same time, actually. That would actually be a good, interesting fight. Also, Adelinde has leveled. Let's go ahead and give her student. Right, resolve is good. We still have these perks. I'll decide on them at some point. I don't know. Let's see if we can fight. No, we can't fight them at the same time. Okay. Unless we, like, try to lure these guys into here, but that might not ever happen because they're so far away anyway. Okay, no Necromancer. Probably will be using nets on the Cold. And let's hope for a famed weapon. Okay, that's a... is that a famed weapon? I think it might be. It might be like the same skin as this two-handed flail. Looks like it. Okay. And let's see how they want to play this. They want to sit back. Okay, we are being tickled. Vengeance is proccing for those tickles, so we are thankful. And I think this fight is easy enough to not lower the combat speed. Ascarik, the human slime. Well, you're going to be a slime stain soon enough, Ascarik. I think we can just go for it though. Maybe we should put someone who's nimble next to this Warhammer instead of someone who's battle-forged. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just trigger them. Should be fine. It's also Grim Bloodbeard. Doesn't even have a beard. Okay. Maybe he shaved it because it became so bloody. Right. Borrel can provide some support on this southern flank. And let's not let the cold here get any free shots on us. So let's not move to here, for example. Because he could do a lot of damage. We can move here though, or here. And let's use a net next round, probably. Adelinde needs to be careful still. Doesn't have Colossus or Steel Brow. Does have good armor, but still. Okay. Let's shoot at Askarik the Slime. Let's just let these guys move on us. We don't need to move on them. Okay. Good hit there. There goes the slime. Let's wait instead of attacking this guy. Might be able to do a round swing, might get a better target. So with Vengeance and good armor, nimble, Colossus, etc., we are actually benefiting from these marksmen shooting at us. They're basically free Vengeance procs. Okay. Janot has a reach weapon, but also has 47 melee defense while confident. Right. So yeah, the only threat here is the cold. The common cold. And with some nets, that cold will be tackled. Definitely don't want someone without Steel Brow getting hit by this weapon though. Definitely not. Okay, now who to inspire? Just move, let's move. Right, try this. Fail. Mr. Vengeance there. Slightly sad. Vala is in melee range, it doesn't matter, because she actually has melee defense and very nice armor. Well, 38 is not that great at this point, but still, we could just rotate her out as well. Okay, let's go ahead and... do we use a net yet or not? Can use Indom to tank this. Use a net later. Let's do that. So let's see if the cold is able to hit Gunhild, and if he does hit Gunhild, how much damage that does when Gunhild has Indomitable active. Mr. 93 Vengeance. Didn't miss with Nevar though. Oh, they're fleeing, it seems. Nice shot there, marksman. Nice shot. Really helping your friends. Let's do a round swing here. Not really successfully. Oh well. Okay, the cold had 28%. But he does get fast adaptation and also parry. Or whatever it's called. Feint, it's feint, not parry. So these champion hedge knights will hit you eventually. Which is why you can't take them too lightly, even at this point in the game. Good job, Leif. Weird move by this veteran. I guess he kinda, sorta is saving this Master Archer here. Won't help though. Right. Be fairly aggressive with the Vala. No real risk. Still not use the net. Let's save that until we get other people in striking distance. Probably won't get this Master Archer, though he might not flee just yet. He's repositioning away from us though. Still unable to hit us. Right. Continue to take pot shots with Raymondo. This guy really loves to push Nicholas around. Okay, we might not even need the net. We have 52 to hit here. Not that we should be saving a net at this point, because we have so many of them and we have a ton of money. let's get ready to surround him. Sure, let's use a net now. Nice vengeance hit there. This guy came back, was going to flee, but came back. Or he was running from Portal, maybe. Whatever. And there goes the cold. The cold has been defeated. Just let this guy be, I think. Probably. Maybe let these guys be as well. This guy I do want to kill because that bow is valuable. And he's dead. Alright. So they should flee now. I'm not going to pursue if that's the case. Though I could maybe use an adrenaline. Okay. Fine. Since I have the adrenaline, I'll kill them. Let this guy go though. Right. Okay. 2 more brigands to kill. One more. Okay. So, easy fight, but worth it for us. Get nice XP, get nice loot, get nice money. And yeah, this is famed. It's not great though, but we might use it. We'll see. I think we will. So we get this great helm. And there is also something famed here. So very valuable there. And we could get, this is a pathetic offer by the way, 6,000 instead of 4,000. We are paid 4,000 to return it, and that's what we'll do. Bugger off. Okay. There is a 1 skull caravan quest here. Let's first repair stuff and sell stuff. Whatever. Maybe we should also salvage. Let's see, what do we have to salvage? At least these. Alright. So let's camp here. And we'll see if that caravan is still available. Okay. So at Königsheim, you enter Königsheim and find a group of laymen standing around a wooden platform. Thinking there's a hanging to be seen, you quickly push through the crowd what you find instead is a queerly dressed man barking out news to the townsfolk. Hearken, hearken, hearken! A determination has been made between the noble houses Fundlik and Dimmer. They have come to a conclusion all sides can agree upon. They hate one another. Nervous whispers wrinkle the crowd. As the volume builds, the whispers crescendo into hushes. The minstrel continues. That is right, my fair folk. War is upon us. Ah yes, that fickle beast which lies dormant in all men. A sad affair, a righteous affair, an honorable one. An old man standing in front of you grumbles and spits. He leaves, shaking his head and murmuring to himself. The minstrel presses on, his excitement not matching the terrified faces before him. Let us not dawdle on ceremony. I've been instructed to speak thusly. Men, take up arms where you can. Plough the fields while you can't. Women, raise your sons right, lest they may raise a sword, all wrong. Finally, the minstrel takes a great big breath. And those among you who wish to earn a good crown or two, the noble houses are looking for the fine services of any man who can swing a sword. Those among you of lesser honor, you bridle losers, bright stealers, leech sellers, smell smocks, ne'er-doables, vice-obsessed and run amok, brigands, bandits and thieving graduates, you sickly and poison-moistened, the cursed and rabid, the cured and vapid, sell swords and poets selling swords. This, my fine genteel man, is your time. Go out there, fight for the nobles, and earn yourself a new life. A shame that a war shan't last forever, so best do it quick. It looks as though the sorrow's future just got brighter, on account of the loads of gold you're about to be earning. War is upon us. Okay, so the noble war, which we could take part in, and yes, it would be quite profitable. And actually, those noble contracts do provide quite a bit of challenge, especially since we've increased the scaling and Legends has buffed noble armies quite a bit. So yeah, we might be doing some of those. Maybe, we'll see. But I think we are mostly looking for those caravan missions for now. Okay, we get this horse event once again. No thanks. Okay, but if we see a really juicy noble contract, I think we'll try those. Okay, caravan is still here. Also, no longer ambush trade routes. Let's check the black market. Pretty decent polearm here. Might buy that. Crappy swordlands. Kind of dagger. Don't have a dagger guy. Kind of whatever one-handed mace. We already have a better one. Could take this pole arm. So let's give Janold here this famed... Where is it? This famed marvelous Punisher. And now we actually have the Golden Vulture sickle available for Elsa. Guess Adelinde could use a famed polearm, maybe, for a while. Let's give Steelbrow before we give Colossus. We will need Brawny on her at some point. Also, Leif has leveled. Let's get more HP. Still have these perks for Sophie and Nicholas. So this thing has boosted damage and boosted chance to hit head. It's 14,000. Hmm. So it's okay, definitely okay, Polar. Not sure we'll be using it for long if we take it though. Don't have anyone who's a dedicated polearm user. Guess technically we could make Torolf a polearm user, just don't see much of a point in that. Same thing with Landina, though there is slightly more points since her melee defense is lower than Torolf's. But then we would need to find another person to use this Grizzly Head Crusher. Think we'll actually leave it here. Don't see much use for it. Adelinde could use it for a little bit, but... So yeah, good weapon. We'll save our money. Let's see what our selling price is without ambushed trade routes. 21. Okay. Well, it's decent. Haven't actually repaired everything just yet. Whatever. Sell a few things here. Keep this pole mace, but sell that pole flail. Right. Let's take this one skull caravan. And yeah, we might want to make one spot available in the roster in case we get the noble to join us. It is the noble war now. Oswulf, why haven't you constructed the upgrade for us? Why? Why are you so useless? It does provide us 28 inventory slots. Goddamn Oswulf. Why have you been such a disappointment? Is it because you lost your hand? Maybe. Maybe. Considering letting him go at this point. 28 inventory spots though. Don't need this many crafting components. Could sell some of those. Still haven't been able to craft one of those Banshee necklaces. We need Demon Hunt bones and Banshee essence. Well, for now, let's actually check the tool price. Kinda expensive. Let's keep Oswulf for a little bit. I might let him go soon. I might let Raymonda go though. Raymonda will be very good against the nobles. She's our only ranged character as well, so I don't think we can let her go just yet if we fight the nobles. Would help to have more roster spots, even if that would mean having people sit out of fights. Anywho, okay, we see the same group of brigands, which is why the game didn't pause. And here, don't have a weaponsmith or an armorer. Could get an enchanter's tent. The problem with that is we are always short on gems anyway. I don't know if this actually increases the effectiveness of runes, or at least I don't remember if it does. We do have the money for it. So caravan here, let's take that. Let's go to Amhabal. Let's see if we leveled. Adeline has leveled. Let's take Brawny now. The Colossus later. Don't need that much melee skill, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Will be a tank who uses shields. At least I'm pretty sure about that. Same as Borrel. Okay, also the cook has leveled. Let's get more inventory space. Please, Oswulf, please, just provide your services. We can let you go after that. Though I guess you have a pretty good gig. You just sit in the reserves and get paid 22 crowns per day. So maybe that's why you're holding off on it. Don't want to be fired. You know what our plan is. Let's buy a round. Okay. So do we want the enchanter's tent? Just in case it actually boosts the effectiveness of runes. Let's get it. We are limited by the amount of gems we have on this map, but still. Something like this for camping. Okay. And let's see if we find something that wants to fight us along the way. Grimold, the Whistling Death. Probably won't fight us, especially with Krumhorn company accompanying us and also just destroying them. Okay. While camping beside the road, a colorful wagon trundles on up with a sort of clanking, jingling musical immodesty. You didn't think it a particularly big cart, but about 15 men and women inexplicably pour out of its back. Painted faces, musical instruments, juggling balls, long swords for swallowing, wine jugs for fire breathing. The troupe of entertainers fan out and demonstrate mini talent shows as though you'd already paid for their services. When they finish, they clap, stomp their feet, and freeze before you, hands out, smiles across their faces. A white-faced mime ironically speaks. What say you, travelers? Care for a show? A mere 720 crowns to entertain you all evening. Okay, so usually I just go with this middle option. How about you just hand over your valuables? Because I really don't feel like paying that much for a show, and you get a little bit of money by doing that, but as the Crusader, we won't be doing that. That would be dishonorable. I'm just going to choose very good, thanks. So go away, minstrels. Let's see if we can buy tools here. And we could buy these and make some beer and wine. Okay, tools are expensive, but I'll buy them anyway. Could buy dogs, but no point. Especially at this point. No point at this point. Okay, let's craft wine and beer. Only takes 5 hours supposedly to do that. Kinda silly. We don't even have the crafting tent. Okay. So we are starting to see a lot of these champions. Not that they pose much of a threat, and we won't get to fight them usually, because they're afraid of us. Oh, they actually defeated the nobles, supposedly. Don't think that would happen, but whatever. Goblin Raiders. Okay, I think they might fight us, and it's going to be an annoying but easy fight. You'll see though. The Wessenschacht company could... Okay, never mind. They lost to the trading caravan. Okay, fine. Didn't want to fight them anyway. Kinda hate goblin fights. Just annoying usually. Especially if they have more than one shaman. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, Thorolf is getting old. We've had this event with Leif before, so I won't be reading this. Okay. Thorolf has gotten older. Easy brigands. I don't think they'll attack, but they might. Yeah, they're running. "18 serpents, an easy group of nomads." Pretty sure both of those groups will just run. Okay, so annoyingly we get this event. A group of men flying the banner of House Fründlich appear on the road. Their horses are off to the side, their reins pitched to the dirt. Looks like they've been waiting for you. One of them steps forward, hands on his hips. "You are transporting stolen goods, friends. Stolen goods that belong to House Fründlich. Hand them over immediately or pay the consequences." You should have known Rudiger the treasurer would be transporting something fishy. So we could fight, or we could surrender the goods. The problem with fighting is that we will also piss off the noble house, and this is the noble house we want to ally with. Also, it will be a difficult fight, even with how powerful we are, because it's scaled. So, role-playing wise, I can see the Crusader taking either of these options, really. So, she could believe these guys and just surrender the goods, because she is honorable and doesn't want any part in criminal activity. Or she could decide that it is dishonorable of these guys to try and take these goods, and they might be even lying about it. But I think since we are trying to ally with this particular house, this noble house, we'll let them take it. As much of a shame it is, since we are so close to our destination. So, fine. Fine. We aren't paid enough to make enemies of House Fründlich take them. Rudiger the treasurer isn't going to like this, but if he was shipping stolen goods, he should have told you. With a flick of your hand, you order your men to step aside. The bannermen immediately converge on the caravan, unloading its goods while hapless detailers and merchants watch on. Tough luck. Okay. So we lose the XP we would have gained from the caravan, and also the equipment we could have spawned. So a bit of a cowardly choice, perhaps. But like I said, I don't want to annoy this house in particular. They have so much of the map covered anyway. I mean, the relations would be reset after the Noble War, so we could have just pissed them off there and fought them and allied with this middle noble house instead. But it is what it is. I already made my choice. Okay, so Adelinde has trained for a level. Don't think we need more fatigue, but we might at some point. So if we get a +2 roll in melee skill, we might take the fatigue instead. Though, as she is being built as a super tank, we might want to take fatigue anyway, but we might not need that much fatigue because of mind over body and rebound. So we need like 30 or something in order to keep using Indomitable. We can get debuffed by something though. I don't think that happens in the Black Monolith fight, but against other opponents, maybe. I don't know. Let's take the +3 here though. And let's take the resolve since mind over body. Bottle reaches level 9. Actually, let's not take that melee skill roll with him. And let's take mind over body at this point, I guess. Okay. Still have these perks. Let's see what we have on Inam Habal. If there's a weaponsmith, then I think I made... Well, there's also ambush trade route, so in hindsight we didn't lose that much. And the arena is here. We could fight there, but as I said, that is kind of grindy. Now that we are here, we could do like one fight. It should be super easy. There is hunting desert beasts and drive off nomads. Let's see how much money this is. 5,000. We could do this maybe. Let's do one arena fight. Okay, 7 snakes. It's easy money. So the Crusader will fight. I think Leif will fight. And let's bring Torolf as well. And that should be a super easy fight at this point. Could use round swing if we position ourselves properly. I don't know. Okay, snakes edging towards us. And just go for it. Lost resolve there. It's kind of silly. Easy. Crusader misses though. Okay. So one thing you can say about arena fights, even though they're super grindy, at least they're fast. Okay, do we want to do desert beasts? Don't really need the money. If it's hyenas, do we want the armor attachment you can craft from hyena parts? I don't think so, since no one has initiative. Don't think we need components out of other things. So 5,000 crowns is definitely good, but don't need it. Could take up this bigger camp here. Maybe find something famed, but I think we'll just look for more caravans. See if Al Rahem has a caravan for us. And if not, then we can sail away. Okay, there is no caravan. Right. Let's see about selling prices though. Pretty good. Sell stuff. Also, yeah, let's re-equip the nacho necklaces. Right. Let's actually boost the game difficulty a little bit again. Let's make it a straight 150%. Might regret that at some point, but it's going so well at the moment. And we are still meeting those easy groups. Also, there's a famed item here. Let's use that. Or famed armor. There. Okay, so heavy armor. Let's give that to Thorolf, I think. Bit of an upgrade. Not that much, though, but a bit of an upgrade. This also looks pretty neat. Okay. Does anyone want this one? Could give it to the Vala. Elsa. Yeah, Elsa can use it. Okay. Slight upgrade there. Okay. So, we are sailing away, aren't we? To Krumhorn, I guess. And if we see a good noble contract... Okay, this is Marauding Greenskins. 4 skull. With 150% scaling. That might actually be too much for us. But there is a caravan quest or contract here. Let's take that. So yeah, 4 skull noble contracts with 150% scaling. That can actually get someone killed. Currently not feeling it. If it was an destroy orc camp mission, I would be more inclined to do that. Marauding Greenskins can include, and does include, goblins. And goblins are just so annoying. Let's skip that for now. Okay, but we are doing another caravan. Let's save again, in case we get a game crash or something. If we lose like 90% of the company in a fight that I erroneously decided I could take, or made some tactical errors while doing so, then I will live with that. But I do want to save every now and again. Okay, these guys might fight us, but they can't because they're dead. So yeah, we need to remember to buy gems. So let's go here after this and buy gems for the Vala. Along the road, you find a man sitting next to a hole in the ground. Beside him is a metal stake attached to which is a chain that runs into the hole. The hole is covered with goatskin. He regards you with a wave, but says if you wanna see it, you'll have to pay. You ask what it is he's got. He grins. The darndest thing, sir. A few armed men stand off a ways, no doubt a part of whatever scheme is in play here. Alright, I'll pay a bit to have a look. You flip the man a few coins, he bites them in his teeth, and you tell him to be wary of doing that, there's blood on some of them. He shrugs and pockets the pay. You come to the hole and the man throws the tarp off. A gruesome-looking Alp stares up and hisses at you with rows of sharp teeth with a face like a curtain made of pale flesh. There is a shackle around its neck and the man whistles at the reveal as though it was the first time he ever saw it there. Awful little bugger, ain't it? Don't get too close. It will have you seeing things. Unless you wanna do that, of course. Some folks do. But if you start seeing things and you enjoy it, then you gotta pay a little more. You lose 10 crowns. You should kill it. Such hideous creatures cannot stand to survive. You tell the man that it is likely to get its way out of the hole at some point and start wreaking havoc on the world, if not more so than usual, in a fit of primeval vengeance. The man spits. Go fuck yourself. Get on out of here, and you ain't getting your money back. You take one wrong step, and I'll have to defend myself and my investment. Was a right bitch capturing that thing, don't you know? I'll kill it myself. You grab a spear from one of the guards and throw it into the pit, striking the up through its brain band. Its pale flesh deflates around the spear shaft as though you'd struck down an enormous curtain. The monstrous slaver draws a dagger and goes to stab you. Avon parries the blow and cuts the man across the throat. A few guards dive into the fray, all of them dying in quick and hurried fashion, though a few of the mercenaries get hurt in the fracas. With the violence over, you collect whatever gold the enslaver had on him. You have the bodies dumped into the hole with the dead Alp and then fill it up. Okay. Let's do that so that healing actually works. Sometimes it's been a bit buggy if you get an event that lowers HP during a caravan mission and you're camping. Alright. And here we have an armorer, so we should have something there. Okay, famed heavy armor or famed lithe armor. This is okay. This one. Better than this one. Might buy that. There's also a couple of helmets. This is too heavy. This one is pretty good. I'll just buy that. 224 durability for minus 14 fatigue. Much better than this one, for example. Let's buy that. And let's buy this slightly better heavy armor as well. And now we only have 23,000 gold. So more incentive for us to farm gold. Let's continue to give the best Battleforged stuff to Thorolf here. So this thing... Actually, is it... Oh, we already gave you a heavy armor. So no, this goes to someone else. But this helmet though, this goes to you. Only at 29 fatigue at the moment, because he's also gotten old. Oh well. With battle flow and this -1 fatigue cost, he might be fine to use Berserk. I don't know, we'll see. So this thing... Who's our next Battleforged person? Maybe Elsa? Sure. Elsa can have it. Did we have something else? Also, we have this helmet. 180-12. Sure, Elsa can have that as well. And this thing... Everyone, I think, already has those armors who's battle forged. So what we'd like is some nimble famed gear, because we have quite a few nimble people. Also, at some point, it would be nice to get rid of this Crusader armor. I mean, it's good, it's definitely good, but at this point it's starting to lose its effectiveness in comparison to famed gear, that is. And now that we have Battleforged on the Crusader as well, that is actually a consideration. Okay, but Avon has leveled, reaches 82 melee skill. also Adelinde has leveled. Let's get Underdog. Okay, here instead of this +2 I will take the HP and fatigue. Won't be needing melee skill as a tank. Could give you maces though, so you want some melee skill to be able to stun things with the mace. We'll see how many perks we have left after all the tank perks have been taken. And I still haven't decided on these. Anywho, let's buy some tools. Get a good price for once. Guess I could buy some food as well, not that we really need to. Can at least make beer out of it. Could just buy beer. It's perfectly affordable. Don't really need to. With the quartermaster. Okay, let's see if we can get gems. Gems would be nice. Okay, probably will get gems. There we go. And is there a caravan here? There is. Let's take that. Would be nice to actually have something attack us on the way, because we need money at this point if we want to buy anything. Okay, now we can craft 2 more things. Let's craft... Okay, this range of this, I think, has been upgraded. So the Vala is now better. Same for these feeding runes, so everything should be a bit better. Yeah, a lot better actually. Let's craft a safety rune and I guess a feeding rune. Or a power rune. Power could be better actually for some weapons. Let's do that. Alright, so let's also make beer. And wine. Not sure what else to use these mysterious herbs for, so I can make 1 second wind potion or second wind potions eventually and use those in the Black Monolith fight. Don't want to use too many potions because you can get addicted to them. That's a pretty bad event. But it wouldn't matter if it's just for that one fight. Let's make that, I guess. Might just forget I have that. If we get to the Black Monolith fight without losing the game, that is. Okay, we see orcs. They might attack us, but I suspect they won't. Are they coming? They seem to be coming. Okay, so an easy orc fight. We'll fight that next time. It's been quite a long session, so let's save here. Thanks for watching and see you next time.